Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. I am Pst Maxwell Nnawuihe. This channel, Maxwell Nnawuihe, combines the Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu's update, what is happening with the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the way forward, the will of God, the purpose of God, prophecies, prayers, divine directions and instructions, etc., with motivational and inspirational content to cater for the need of all my followers and all my fans. As a pastor, I have followers in different parts of the world who are also in need of motivational content, inspirational content. So this channel combines all of this to make sure I deliver the assignment that God has given to me for the Biafran people, for Pst Nnamdi Kanu, and every other person that God has connected their destiny to mine, for me to be a blessing to them. Something spectacular, something very, very important is coming up. That is the prophecy that God gave me during my 7 days dry fasting and prayers for the Biafran people. I will be giving out these prophecies very clearly and specifically and accurately on the 18th of April. I'll be releasing the prophecies. I am making this video that it will go into record, and that history, when time comes, is going to remember today. I will be releasing all the prophecies, all the things that God told me within the 7 days dry fasting I embarked upon, without water, without food, without fruit. It was so engaging, and God spoke and told me about what will happen in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, what will happen about the restoration of Biafra, what are the events that will mark the restoration of Biafra. This prophecy will also take care of some of the questions of the Igbo investors, Igbo businessmen in different parts of Nigeria who are confused or who are not really sure of what to do, who are still hoping that somehow Nigeria will become a very better place to hold prospect and prosperity for their investments and their aspirations as business people. God told me what to tell them, and I'm going to tell every one of them on the 18th of this month in that prophecy. The prophecy is well detailed. It covers about 5 pages, detailed. Both the Biafrans in diaspora who think that because they are citizens in the countries of their residence that they have secured their future and the future of their family or their children, I'll be telling them what God asked me to tell them. And I will also be talking about the status of the leadership of Pst Nnamdi Kanu in the Biafra quest for restoration or referendum. I'll be telling you whether you should continue to follow Pst Nnamdi Kanu or not. I will be telling you based on what God told me, whether you should continue to follow him, whether he is the right leader, whether he is still the right leader, credible, that you should continue to follow him and trust him and support him. I will be speaking to you not based on what I knew before, not based on what God said so many years ago that I told you in prophecy, but based on what God told me in the 7 days dry fasting. I'll be speaking to you. I'll be telling you about the killings in the eastern part of the country, or the Igbo land, the 5 eastern states and the neighboring states. What is the actual intention and what is the real agenda behind this? Where it's going to end or not? I'll be speaking to you expressly from the chamber of prophecy, all that God told me to tell you. And you have to take the date, you have to take note of this very date. You cannot miss it, because this is the major prophecy for the Biafran people worldwide. Not the Biafrans in Imo State, not the Igbos in Imo State or Igbos in Abia State, not only for the Igbos who are in Anambra State or the Igbos who are resident in Port Harcourt or in Benue. It is for, if you know you are a Biafran, or you know that you are a real Igbo man or woman, the prophecy is for you. It is for you. If you go through my channel, Maxwell Nnawuihe, and go through all the prophecies I have released over the years, many of them have recorded more than 100% accurate manifestation. I said more than, word to word, sentence by sentence. if you run the analysis and do the appraisal yourself, not with biasness of mind or prejudice, being sincere, looking at the fact as it stares you in the face, you will have no other choice than to agree with me that truly God has been using Maxwell Nnawuihe to speak to Biafran people all over the world for so many years. This is about 9 years. All my recorded prophecies dating all the way from 2020. Many of them are on this platform. Many of them are on all other of my platforms. Many of them were not captured on video. They have been coming to pass one after the other. So this very prophecy I'm talking about and announcing will be released officially. Nobody can tell me that maybe it is somebody that is asking me to come and give the prophecy. Nobody. I waited upon the Lord for 7 good days. I did not drink water. I didn't test nothing. And God spoke to me as he has been speaking. And he has asked me to make it public and speak to you according to all that he has told me. So get ready. On the 18th of April, I'll be releasing the prophecy. Make sure you go through other content on this channel regarding the release of Nnamdi Kanu, regarding the court proceedings, regarding every other things I have said, I have broadcasted, and instructions I've given. And I want you to understand that this announcement and the prophecy that is coming up on the 18th of April should be broadcasted across the platforms of Biafra and IPOB, whether in Nigeria, whether in the diaspora, wherever they are. It should be disseminated. The leadership of IPOB and every other key players in the Biafra restoration project, they are supposed to understand this prophecy, because this is for all and sundry. It has nothing to do with whether the pastor is a member of so and so group or organization. That is not what we are talking about here. The focus of the prophecy is to give direction, to give information that our people may be equipped and well informed, more especially from the prophetic and spiritual perspective. The Bible said that where there is no vision, the people perish. And I know that the leaders of IPOB, they know Maxwell Nnawuihe, they know Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe, because many of them have been following all my prophecies. Many of them have confessed it to my face, many of them on phone, many of them through chats. They said they have been following, that my prophecies are accurate, that I'm doing wonderfully well about the Biafra restoration, what they're supposed to do about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And if there are people who are still playing gamble, if there are people who are still playing game with the release of Nnamdi Kanu, this prophecy is aimed at instructing or giving direction to them that they should know what to do, whether they should continue or not. This prophecy addresses that. Those who are anchors or presenters on Radio Biafra, Biafra Television, IPOB platforms, they should also make sure that this prophecy is broadcasted on Biafra televisions or Biafra Radio Biafra, IPOB platforms, whether it is, groups on Facebook, X and all that. Because I have said several times, those who doubt my prophecy, when I give prophecy and they say no, it is not true, it's not going to work, it's not happening, maybe the pastor is exaggerating, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, at most 1 year down the line, they have always come to that inescapable conclusion that indeed this man of God, his prophecy was accurate. Every one of them. If you are talking about the 2023 election, if you come to this very channel, if you scroll down to the broadcast on the 26th of June 2022, you will see the prophecy I gave live regarding the outcome of the 2023 election. And I warned the Igbos, I shouted on top of my voice as the Spirit of God opened my eyes to see what will happen in the 2023 election. And I told them that the Igbo presidency is a grand deception and distraction to derail the focus of the people from the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That nothing, absolutely nothing good was going to come out of it. And someone said to me, oh, look at the crowd that is following P2B, look at the popularity of P2B, look at everywhere he went to, the carnival, the pageantry, the campaign, the momentum, and all the support both globally from Nigerians in the diaspora, and all the key players in the Nigerian politics, both those and abroad, that they are all behind P2B. I told them that this is a noise of distraction. It's a grand plot to distract our people and derail their attention from the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That even if Mr. P2B wins the election, he will never be allowed to become the president of Nigeria. They will never ever allow him. Many men of God spoke in the favor of Mr. P2B. Many men of God, they gave prophecies. They said they saw him, that he's the one, he is becoming the president. They were given different versions of prophecy in support of Mr. P2B, affirming that eventually he will become the president of Nigeria. My voice was the lonely voice. Those of you that watch that very prophecy, it is still on this channel, it is still on my platforms. Many IPOB leaders, they converted their platforms and they changed their names. Some of them created different fake accounts in support of Mr. P2B, thinking that is the way out, that when Mr. P2B win and become the president, he's going to release Nnamdi Kanu. And I was broadcasting as the Spirit of God was speaking to me, telling them that this is a diversion and a diffusion of the energy that's supposed to be gathered together and projected towards the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And at the end of the day, all of you are aware of the fact that the prophecy is the truth. On the 24th of February 2023, the eve of the presidential election, I came on air, broadcasted live, and I was telling the people, this election you want to go and participate or vote in tomorrow, that you are traveling to the land of Moab, and after voting, they will still kill you. Terrorism will never stop. Hunger will never stop. Just like Elimelech and Naomi, who traveled with their two sons to the land of Moab for food security and self-preservation, because there was famine in the land of Judah, in the land of Israel. So they opted for a better life by traveling outside the country. The Bible said that when they got there, they saw the food, they ate the food, but Elimelech died after 10 years. Mahlon and Chilion died. Naomi became a widow. So our people, Nigerians, they were all gearing towards the emergence of Mr. P2B so that there will be food security for them. The hunger was too much, the starvation, the high inflation, and all economic hardship. It was so hard and unbearable for them. And they thought that the way out was to go and vote, to go and get their PVC and vote for Mr. P2B. And I was on air. The Spirit of God said, no, this is not the way to go. The way to go remains releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody should channel their energy towards the Biafra referendum. You can't be doing the same thing all the year, all the cycle of election, and expecting a different result when the system is flawed, when the system is corrupt, when the system, the way it is put together and constituted by Britain, is to remain dysfunctional. You cannot change it by your ballot or by your PVC. Today you can tell the story of the result of the election. So this is not about, oh, all these pastors. I am not among that very category of all these pastors. I am not. The IPOB leadership must pay attention. Those who are handling one or two positions in terms of media and all that, they must pay attention and follow up this prophecy to make sure that when the prophecy is released, it will be circulated widely. The campaign should be very strong to help our people to refocus, to recalibrate their mindset, to understand what is at stake. Because what God showed me and what God told me, it is actually mind-blowing. God bless every one of you. Thank you and bye-bye.